3-0 is the score right now. Prime is on a roll, but it's not really about Prime right now. It's about Creator. I think we need to call the fire department because there's a fire going on in that booth over there.
Yeah, Creator able to play in the zone right now. There are no nerves for him. He definitely knows that he's in quite a good shape right now. And he has to face another Protoss player. Select and I talked a little bit during the break about the next match, and he certainly thinks that Tyr is in a position where he can beat Creator. It's not going to be easy, but he says that especially in the Protoss mirror matchup, Creator these days, Tyr is actually really good. But the same goes for Creator. He has won the WCS Korea finals, the WCS Korea qualifier for a reason. And how many PvPs did he play? Like 10? I don't even know.
It was a lot, man.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look up those stats.
So that's going to be a bit crazy. Tyr, on the other hand, he is the best player for FXO in this GSTL season. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Was one of the guys who got a lot of chances in the GSTL in Season 3. So can he really defeat Creator? Creator is now in this position where he doesn't have to be nervous anymore. He defeated 3 players, so he has all the momentum going for him. The map is actually going to be Entombed Valley, and, well, if Tyr loses, then there's only Lino.
Yeah, that's very true. I feel like with the map choice here, we're not going to see a 2-gate proxy or anything like that. I mean, this map is a map where you could do something like that, but there's 2 starting possible locations, so I don't think we'll see it. Creator is the defender in this matchup. He loves to play the late game. Will we see something crazy out of Tyr, as he likes to throw things into, I don't know, man, into his own mind. He's a very unique player. We'll find out right here at the GSTL Cast by Counter and Roll.
Game number 4 at the GSTL. FXO is up against the Prime team, and so far they were struggling quite a bit. To the top left starts their 4th player, once again up against Creator Prime. His Protoss, he is
FXO here!
Don't cry just yet.
Yeah, not just yet, but, well, if he doesn't win, then it all comes down to Lenok. And yes, Lenok is awesome. He's probably the strongest player on the roster. But can he really defeat 5 players? Can he pull off and reverse all kill? Does he have to, though? At the bottom left starts Tyr's opponent. Starting in the blue for the Prime team, it is
Creator Prime!
And he drops the 10-gate. He's putting a very early gateway out, which will allow him to get his Cybernetics core up just a little bit faster.
You know, Select is very, very close to the FXO team, and he said that this team match so far didn't really go as planned. The problem for FXO is that they assumed that at least Lucky would be able to win a game or even 2 if Gumiho was defeated by Creator. So, of course, they hoped that Gumiho would just start with an early win for the team. But now they assumed that Lucky at least would be able to take down Creator. But with a strategy, and especially with the unit control that he was lacking a little bit in the game, things didn't go all that well. So right now FXO is in this weird position where they are like, yes, we want to have Lino get the last player. We don't want him to be sniped, but on the other hand, can Tyr really take down Creator right now? So it's, as you already said earlier, it's a little bit of a gamble. They take a risk here.
And this risk may or may not pay off. Right now, Creator is going for a core before pylon build. It's a 10-gate. It is super fast core. He went for the 12 gas. His Chrono Boost energy is at 75 right now. And when the probe of Tyr gets into his main base, he's going to see all of this. There's no way for him to stop that probe from getting in there. And this is going to be the most critical moment. If he actually kills his probe before he gets in, that would be critical. I don't think he can do it. He's going to try, but he's going to come in here, he's going to say, wow, a ton of chrono energy, a really fast core. I'm facing a 4-gate here, or at least 3-gate pressure.
At least a lot of aggression, and he has to prepare accordingly, immediately.
Gas is cancelled. And he starts chrono boosting his own warp gate research. He's going to want a sentry, though.
And he immediately throws down additional gates, and so does Creator. Creator with gate number 2, gate number 3. There's still the probe for the FXO Protoss, so Tyr knows exactly what's going on.
And he was able to clear the probe out of the main base. tier that was, so he's not able to put a forward pylon down inside the actual base. And he's actually continuing Stalker production. He's not going to try to get the sentry out. A bit of a risk here, I feel, but it may end up paying off if he can deny the forward pylon.
And he tried to hide the probe at the third base, so he will be able to sneak in again if he's lucky. At this point, we just have a bit of micro going on here. Forward pylon already established by Creator, and he is doing a great job here. Takes down the Zealot first, and now pushes the Stalker back.
Yeah, but now he does not have really enough firepower here.
Yeah,
this is one way you can hold this off when you have the lack of sentries. He's pulling some probes here. He really wants to get his pylon down.
Where's the warp in? He needs the warp, and he needs it now.
It's not ready yet. He's warping those into warp gates right now.
Oh, no.
He won't get it.
No,
he's not even going to try it.
Not fast enough.
And
Well
he's
done.
basically won the game already. He's killed the pylon. There was no cancel. He killed one of the stalkers. He's got the double gas first.
And he has a pretty epic lead with his Harvesters. He's at 23 to 18, and there's even a hidden pylon now in the main base of Creator. Everything is going according to Tier's plan.
Yep. Yeah, he's not going to know about this. I don't like showing the probe like this, though.
Yeah, there was just no reason to do it. He wants to have the scouting information, though, and now the Stalker count is better for Creator. Is he really trying to move up the ramp? But there is a sentry.
He can't make this work. Not with a sentry there. He's going to have to cancel this pylon. No cancel even. And this is it for Creator's run.
It has to be. If Tier is not messing things up now, the Prime player is going to lose this game.
He's actually just continuing to try to make a pylon work here. It's futile. He loses another one without a cancel. Now 2 more stalkers are going to die. GG.
Game over. Tier, the gamble, it paid off. Creator lost after all. Tier takes the win, the first win for his team.
That type of build fell off the map for several reasons, the one that Creator did, because it's so hard to actually make pressure like that work nowadays. He didn't get the probe in there.
But you know what it came down to? That Tier was able to scout Creator on the first position. Yeah, on a 4-player map, if you're not able to do that, then the scout doesn't get in the main base, and then there would have been a high chance that Tier would actually have lost that game. So it all comes down to the scouting information in the early game.
Yeah, you're so right. And I think that, well, we get a Foyu jacket here, and see a shot of our backs. That's what we look like. You know, actually, a lot of people don't get to see casters' backs. Something not a lot of people think about, but, you know, for example, if Kaldor had fins on his back like a shark, except he had like a line of them like a dinosaur or so.
Excuse me, fins?
Before that, you guys wouldn't even have known. How could you have known? But now you know.
At least give me wings.
Well, fins, wings, maybe you have 3 tails.
No. I want to fly, okay? Fins is like,
maybe
what am I going to do with fins?
I don't know. Maybe there's a hole in the back of your suit. I don't know.
No?
No, yeah, there's not. I checked. You can't really see on the camera there, but there's no hole. But there is a little bit of a hole in the roster of the Prime team now. They're going to have to make their first pick.
They only lost 1 player.
Yeah. They only lost 1.
That's not a very big hole.
It's not a hole. It's the beginnings of a hole. It's the
gap that Creator left.
Listen, when you have to bury something like a bone or a body or like gold or something, the first step that you have to take where you put the shovel into the ground is always the worst, because you're like, you got to put your foot on it.
So Wolf is burying bodies in Korea?
I never said that, but
I think you just did.
When you have to take that first step, when you put your foot on the shovel, it's always a little bit uncomfortable and annoying, and that's what FXOpen has done here. They've put the first dent into the Prime roster, and now it's going to be Maru, the Marine Prince, who comes out first.
Jumps off the bench and heads towards the booth. We have a Terran versus Protoss. It is Maru. He is up against Tier now. So far, Tier has done well. He took down Creator, was the most important part, but can he defeat the Marine Prince?
You know, it's more like, rather than a hole, we just have a small tear in the Prime roster now. Well, Tier didn't even get out of the booth. He is ready for game number 2.
Why would he?
He's got no time to waste.
He's just sitting there and he's like, okay, Choya, you have actually to come over to me.
Yeah, there's no high fives. There's nothing. He's like, this is a best of 3 right. Oh, I have to play somebody else now.
So Maru, this is going to be a good one. Marine Prince pretty early here. And so far, the Prime team, they can now just make sure that they counter. Of course, they prepared a few snipers. Let's see what Maru can do against the Protoss player here. Tia and Lenok, the two remaining players that they have to defeat in order to advance to the next round, the GSTL.
You can see that the average wins here for Maru puts him at 0.5. He's actually not the most successful Team League player that Prime has ever had. He's having some trouble with his earbuds, but you know how that is. It always gets a little bit annoying. Have you noticed that Maru's getting some Clyde burns? They're coming down the side of his face?
No.
It's the youngest player we've ever seen with Clyde burns, but they are starting to appear. This happens at his age. Around his age, if you don't cut your hair, you can. Clyde burns can start to form. It's a true story. You guys just saw it.
Okay.
I
give you
Clyde,
that.
actually.
Well, we see him quite often.
He
just not as a player anymore.
Yeah. He comes to studio when KT players play, but he does not play himself.
So here we have the two of them, FXO Tier and Maru Prime, our Protoss versus Terran, and the map for this game is going to be Grand Lagoon.
Yeah.
Two-player map.
Two-player map, a large one at that, and an interesting map choice for a Terran versus Protoss. You know, I would have actually more so expected a map like Antigua or Ohana from Maru, an aggressive player. Maybe Antigua do that aggressive two-base, two-medevac push. You could do that on Ohana as well, but it looks like he's got something else planned here.
Well, whatever it is, we are going to find out. The game is about to start. This is the GSTL, ladies and gentlemen. FXO is up against the Prime team, and now it is up to Maru to take